What's up, everybody? It is KR0. I am back at it again. Um, I'm back with you guys again. So I have a few things I want to talk about. One, I want to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I went to go see it, and I want to talk about how my impressions on it was, but I'll get to that later in the video. Right now, I want to talk about what happened today. So today, I did pretty much a full day of DoorDashing. I DoorDashed, um, after I took my roommate to work this morning, all the way until she got off work, dropped her off at home, and did some more DoorDash. And um, mainly the reason why I'm bringing this up is because of the fact that there was this one restaurant I went to. It was like a Vietnamese restaurant. But a certain situation happened there. And I'm not going to name names of this particular restaurant because I don't want anybody giving that restaurant hell or whatever. But, sorry. But basically, they were short staffed. And I understand when you're short staffed, you're short staffed. Uh, you can't really get to everybody as quickly as you want to. I mean, they only had, I guess, the bartender or a manager, I don't know, and one server. And the best way to break this, the best way to put it is that like and I get there and there's this family of four that walked in before me, and they just happened to be of a paler skin complexion than me, basically white. Okay, let's just be honest. They were white. They're Caucasian. That whole little thing. But they walk in just a little bit before me, and the manager guy who's behind the bar, he tells them, just sit wherever you like. Uh, Even though there was a sign when you walk into the building saying that please wait to be seated. Anywho, um, so they walk in, they find a seat, and they sit there. And it looks like the guy's about to go. Like he's talking to me. I tell him I'm here to pick up an order. And then I tell him the name of the order. He's going to check on it. But then it looks like he's going to get the menu for that particular family. And then he puts it on the counter and then goes back to the back, I guess, to pick up some food, help the server deliver some food to a table. Needless to say, I was waiting for a good minute. But that family was also waiting for a good minute. So another family of three, a couple, I guess around my age couple and their baby, or maybe younger, and their baby, they come in and they sit down. No need to talk to the staff or anything like that. They just find a place to sit and they sit down. Well, as soon as the guy finishes his helping the server get some food out to a table, uh, he comes back in and instead of going to the first family walked in just before me, he goes to that other family. And I figure, okay, well, you know, he probably just completely forgot. I mean, he's going through a whole bunch of phase and all that stuff, right? And but he gets the drink order from, the new group, the new table, the relatively new table, not the table that I was, of the family of four. He gets their drink order and goes gets their drinks and comes right back with them, and then takes proceeds to take their order. And of course, I'm waiting for my order. They're cooking my to-go order, so I know that's already going. I don't mind waiting a little bit longer, even though that was for a. Oh no, I don't need to say how much it was because I think it boosted up somehow. Anyways, so so yeah, so the family. before, just sitting there waiting and all that stuff. They haven't even gotten menus. They haven't even gotten able to get a drink order in yet. Um, and they're two little girls. They're so adorable. They're about like what, 3, 4, something like that. So I proceed to see this guy just kind of go through everything, still checking orders, taking order to go orders and all that stuff. And eventually, I'm like, I've been waiting there for a good minute, so I'm sitting there like, hey, yeah, yeah, thank you for let me know that my order is still being in the process of being made and it's going to come out soon. But you might want to go ahead and I'm sitting there just kind of telling him you might want to go ahead and uh address that table of four over there. They're they haven't even gotten the drinks. They haven't even gotten the menu. The father had to get up and pick up a menu and check. And so eventually, things are still going on. More people, a few people came in to make to go orders, you know, and something I noticed about this particular place, it had like a urban vibe to it. And I know, okay, the way I'm talking about this, it may seem like I'm just I can't stand this whole little thing, which I really can't. But I noticed patterns, and that pattern was this guy, you know, this this particular these two people. I know it's short staffed and everything, but they're missing out on potential or a customer. And I don't know if they got that customer. They finally got to that customer or not. I know the mom kind of got his attention when he was at a table next to them, making sure they got the rest of their food or so. But it seemed like they were. But the way the pattern seemed to me, besides it just being short staffed, was that you know they were kind of like singling that family of four out, like not paying attention to them, not paying them as much mind as all the other tables. Which I get it. You might forget in the possibility, but one thing I know from when I worked in the service industry, when I worked at Carrabba's especially, is that the most important thing to do when a customer sits down is engage in the engage in with the customer within the first what two 2 to 5 minutes. At least get their drink orders, so that they have something to drink, so they know they're being taken care of, even if you're short staffed. And the way this was going, it was just like, you know, I can give you absent-mindedness for being so short-staffed where there's only two of you working, but if you know you're short-staffed, you kind of shut down certain areas. Like if people want to be on the patio, I get it. People probably want to be outside in the decent air, the decent Georgia weather that we were having today. Um, later later in the day, but you know the first foremost, anytime a customer is sitting down, you need to get to their drink. You need to get those drink orders as quickly as you possibly can. Um, and the longer it takes for you to get that particular drink order, even though they're sitting there watching as other people who have come in after them are getting taken care of beforehand, you start to lose that. Um, you start to lose that customer. Like you start failing. That customer is starting to realize that maybe this is not the best spot. I mean, I get they're short staffed, but like something seems to be going. Like I'm pretty sure even that that group of customers, that table of four, that family of four, caught on to what was going on. Like they were starting to notice a pattern too. And so So I just, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way, and that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Like it just rubbed me the wrong way. Uh, like I had a bad vibe about it, and that's all I gotta say. Like here you are, you're gonna cater to all these different people, but that particular family of four, like I said, I understand you short staffed, you all that stuff, but not even your server is paying attention to that table before. You're not really paying attention to this table before, and the way you got it dressed, like I mean, the man was like, he was looking good, he was looking fresh. You know what I mean? A lot better than I would. You know what I mean? He was wearing he had that kind of that black, that sweatshirt, the sweatshirt that most of us, like most like suave black men wear. This man's Asian and all that stuff. He had that like look on it about him. He had a chain too, if I remember correctly. I'm just saying there was a bad vibe to it. And if there was a vibe like that where you're kind of ignoring the caucasity, as some people would say, I don't like it. Like I don't think I could actually like I might if I ever have to pick up an order from there again. I'm maybe when they're actually not short staffed, I'll get a better vibe of it. But at the end of the day, like, because this is the reason why I didn't want to go see Wakanda Forever in theaters. After some of the things that were said on TikTok. Like, look, I get it. Some people are going to call me goofy. Some people are going to call me whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like, to me, the way the culture's going, the way the world is kind of reacting and all that stuff when it comes to the race of it all, I feel like it's going wrong. Like, we're sitting here trying to, we're doing a lot to like kind of exclude a certain uh, a certain demographic, a certain uh, a certain race from a lot of other things that uh, and I hate to say this, people of color have are doing, their cultures and all that stuff. However, like I feel like everybody's using, they're going about it the wrong way. Like the way all this stuff that you see on TikTok, um, the aforementioned Wakanda Forever situation that went down where somebody said something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, well, if you're white, if you consider yourselves white ally, don't go see that movie." Pretty much telling white people not to go see Wakanda Forever, which I get it. I mean, Black Panther was a great movie. Okay, it was a great movie for black culture. I get it, but for you to sit there and openly say that on a social media site and possibly get a lot of people to witness this, you're doing a disjust. I feel like you're doing a disservice to the actual film. Like you want people to go see this movie. You want this movie to succeed. And who like given how bad the account how kind of weird weirdly fluctuating the economy has been recently in the past few years, like you can't expect somebody to spend their hard-earned money on a ticket that to a movie that they're not going to see. That just makes no sense to me. But like I said, I feel like we're going about it the wrong way. We're going about it in a petty way. Like, oh yeah, well, this is our thing, so you can't be a part of this thing. No, like if you really want to show, if you really want to me, in my honest opinion, if you really want to take a stand against um um so-called white supremacy, instead of instead of acting like, oh yeah, well we can do the exact same thing you did to us. We're gonna do the exact same thing you did to us. That's petty. Instead, we should be showing them that we can be better and showing them a better way. Like that whole white supremacy. Okay, cool. Yeah, white people did take us from Africa. We were enslaved. There was a period of time where we were enslaved, but we're trying to learn and grow from that. So therefore, instead of trying to like put that segregation and reverse the segregation, so that flip the script on the segregation. So, oh yeah, now we're the ones in power and all that stuff, and white people can suck our. Instead of doing that whole little thing, how about we sit there and just say, okay, well, I get it. Like, the whole thing of turning the other cheek, instead of showing them exactly what they did to us, let's show them that we can be better. We can be above that instead of worrying about that. And then, probably just stop this whole like so-called race war and stop going into these huge, this huge dialogue of like why things are should be this way or that way and all that stuff. Let's just try to get back to where we were in the '90s and early 2000s. You know what I mean? Like things were getting better those times, and then all of a sudden, like late 2010s, we're back on this whole little um, black against white or race against race, mainly aimed at white people. I mean, call me. Some people might call me Uncle Tom. I don't give a crap, but I don't think it's the right way. I don't think the way we're going about it now is the right way to go. But that's me. Now I've already spent too much time on this one particular subject, but we'll go ahead and give you the other thing. So, like, I went to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, really good friend of mine. We went to go see it, and well, there was fun things about it, and I wholeheartedly agree that Jonathan Majors killed it as Kang. Like he was him. Okay, he was him. He had me. Like the second Kang shows up, it's just I am like ready to see how he's going to go about this. Like, I mean, this man was making like to me in this one movie, this man made Thanos look like a bitch, and he did it without having to really raise a fist. He just talked like this. He talked, and he talked very calm, and very loud, and very stoic. Like you could not like nothing anybody could do would get an emotion out of him. He knew what he was doing. He was he knew he was him. And not in a cocky way. He just knew. He knew he was not the nigga to fuck with. Alright? He knew he was not the nigga to fuck with. And he made sure everybody else knew. Okay? But Kang was great. Okay, Kang was amazing. That was great. Um, and oh yeah, I need to bring up this. Michelle Pfeiffer, she is up there in age now, right? But she is still fine as fuck. Like Michelle Pfeiffer, you are like, whew, I don't know. Like, let's see, how old is she? I'm checking this right now. Michelle Pfeiffer. Okay. Like I'm gonna give you guys this. I'm gonna give you guys this because we're looking at this. Okay. We are seeing this. I'm gonna move it over here. Let's see. transition. So we're on Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer is 64 years old. But even in that movie, god damn. David E. Kelly, you are a lucky ass man, okay? I mean, your wife is still smoking to this day, okay? I remember her as Catwoman in Batman Returns when I was a young kid, and even I thought she was like, hmm, wow, she's pretty. That's what I was thinking in my head back then. I remember this. I remember this. 92. How old was I? I was 8 years old. Yes. And Michelle Pfeiffer is still, still a fine woman. It makes sense that throughout most of the movie, you kind of got that feeling like she was like every guy was like all about her. You really got that idea. Like, I mean, for goodness sake, there was 1 minute where, you know, uh, her character and, what's his name's character? I'm having a brain fart right now. Not Dan Aykroyd, but, oh God, my head hurts. Ghostbusters. Don't be paying attention to what I'm doing, okay? Yeah, Bill Murray, sorry. Bill Murray's character was like, oh yeah, I'm close enough to human and all that stuff. And they obviously did something. Heck, I'm actually thinking that like Kang and her and Janet did something too, and I would not put it past it. Like go Kang, because wow, Michelle Pfeiffer, she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing, and she is all right by me. But Janet had a really good storyline in that movie too. But overall, the movie just kind of did not work for me. Like, the movie did not work for me at all. Like, and it's nothing against it. It's just the way the story was. It just didn't feel. It just didn't feel the role. Like as part of phase five, as beginning of phase five, and building up to the Kang dynasty, it works. It's good as a world building movie, as a world building story, as that little thing that we need to like piece together the whole thing that will lead up to Kang Dynasty. It fits, but overall the story was there was something lacking about it. Okay, like every single actor in this movie, they 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 did their parts well. Oh, you got that feeling. Like you get the feeling that Scott loves his daughter and he'll do anything for his daughter. You get the feeling that you know um, that Hope loves Scott, and you get this feeling that like all five of these characters are a family that you see, like Ant Man, like Scott, Hope, Cassie, uh, Hank, and Janet. You get that they're a family. That they built this family around it, but there was something I just can't quite grasp it. It was lacking. It was lacking. Uh, Maybe it's like the Birdman said, where he was like, if you're gonna have Jonathan Majors in the film, you need to have him for front line and center. But and because it did kind of take a little long before we actually got full King. We get him a little bit, but we got it took a minute to get to full King. But I felt like that was worth it because there was some building towards that. However, the building took too long. And that's how I feel. And then some of the parts of the story just did not feel like it connected well. I mean, however, Hank was still Ant Man in this movie, and you know, you just gotta see the movie in order to understand what I mean by Hank was still Ant Man. He was that Ant Man. So it was like Ant Man and the Wasp in two different versions, two different forms, because and I'm gonna go back to what um go back to the Birdman's video review about this, but I'm pretty sure it was a Birdman. But yeah, this was more of a Scott and Janet movie. Like Ant Man, Ant Man was Scott. Our main boy was Scott. Scott was the protagonist, but the Wasp protagonist wasn't Hope, but more Janet, because it was really Janet's story too. So, but there was like, but it was more like there was two different versions of each character. Like there was two different Ant Mans and two different Wasps, and not just in the sense that Hank used to be the Ant Man, or that Hope is the new Wasp. It was just there. Like if you see the movie, you'll understand what I mean by there's two different versions of Ant Man, two different versions of the Wasp in his movie, and the Ant Man of the movie, for a fact, the main Ant Man of the movie, hey, it's Scott. The main Wasp of the movie just happens to be Flip Flop, you know. Um, so all in all, uh, if I had to give it a score, I give it a I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Not that I'm saying it's bad. It's average. It's good. It does a good job of uh giving us a set point for us to for us to understand about Kang and all that stuff. And definitely watch both. There are two end credit scene for all those who haven't seen it yet. But definitely give both of those watch. Stay the shoot for that. But at the end of the day, like it's a 6 out of 10 for me. Like there was something lacking, and that something lacking really affects the movie overall. I mean, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's worth a watch. It's worth one at least one good watch. And I'm trying to build my MCU Blu-ray collection soon. So of course I'm probably gonna end up having it on Blu-ray, but I'm not gonna be like as gung ho about getting it like I was for the Spider-Man movies, or I still gotta get. Actually, I do have Endgame on. I have Infinity War and Endgame on Voodoo. So, but I'm not gonna be as gung ho about this one. And the first two Ant-Man movies were pretty solid in my opinion. Um, but yeah, that's how I'm gonna give it. Next, uh, this is gonna be a longer sided video, but it's gonna have three different parts. But this thing is for me to say. Um, so besides today, obviously, uh, besides with this video of this week, there's not gonna be any more videos this week. I am gonna post the schedule I'm gonna make, guys. I'm still trying. I just, like I said, I just moved my whole my room around. So um and I got this I got this good old video capture card. So I still gotta get the HDMI hookups so I can get it from my TV, which is this far all the way over here to this thing, and input my PS4 and all that stuff. I need to hurry up and just get a smaller TV or another monitor. But that takes money and time that I don't really have just yet. just yet. Let's see. What the heck is this on here? Okay, I'll clean that later. But, but, um, yeah. Later on this week, I will finally figure out a schedule for when I'm going to stream, and I think I'm going to stream. I'm going to try to stream on Twitch. Um, when I really get down and dirty. Um, but yes, before I actually do that, you know, I'm gonna give you a little bit. I don't know if I've already given you a little bit of a taste, but you know, this is what we're gonna look forward to with the video game choice that I've made. Because, like I said, I haven't played the game in a minute, so I might as well go ahead and. I'm kind of far into the game, but I can't retain all the knowledge that I had in the game. So we're gonna go through this all over again together. And thankfully, I kind of forgot most of the stuff that happens in Lost Judgment. So, but we're gonna get back. We're gonna do the things. So this is what you guys got to look forward to. Obviously, when I start doing the stream. All right, I'm gonna try to do this. Hopefully, I don't get copyright strike. Flipped it, but that's all I could do. We're gonna do this transition and let's go. Ready? Like, what do you guys think? This gets me all hyped for this game. Like, whenever I turn the game back on after I haven't played it in a minute, I always watch this. Like, honestly, when I do the stream, I want to like do this to open up the stream, just to make it feel like it's a TV show and all that stuff. What I might do, if I can pull this off and like have this play at the beginning of every single stream, I will literally do the stream per chapter. Like, I won't stop until I finish the chapter. That's a lie, because I'm gonna have to do a few other things. But that song is so good. That song is real good, in my honest opinion. Like, I enjoy it. It's such a good thing. And as you can see, it's flipped, obviously. Um, just to change it up a little bit, you know. But no, if I could do that, I will literally pull off every chapter in one stream. I might have to do a few extras, so some of the streams are going to be a little bit longer than most, just because I got to build up some stuff. Um, or I might do a separate stream where I actually build up my character a little bit and show you guys how I try to do. Cause I do like learning the. I remember playing the when I was playing the game like a little bit more head on. Um, when I was playing the game a little bit more head on, I literally, uh, when I was finally able to like start doing some of the actual side missions, some of the school side missions, um, I got really heavy into like trying to learn as much of the boxing as possible. So I might like do a separate stream with just the boxing mini game. Might do a separate stream with me just going through most of the school, um, club side quests that are in the game. But I have a feeling I'm gonna figure out how to do the stream perfectly. So, well, to my um, to what I want, to my settings. So, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, later on this week, I'm gonna actually post a schedule of what I'm gonna do, when I'm gonna make when a new YouTube video is gonna come out, all that jazz. But until then, I got a few other things I gotta do before I go to bed. I accidentally left my Switch in my car, so I gotta get that. Um, but until then, you guys have a great day. Have a great night. The usual. And have a great week. I know it's Sunday. I know tomorrow's gonna be horrible because it's Monday. But we can get through it together. So I will see you guys later. And look forward to uh me posting that schedule. I think I'll post it on Friday. Should have enough time because Friday I got a doctor's appointment. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.